So, first, I want to say welcome to your next level of business growth in your gym. First, I want you to really think about where your gym is at the moment and what's been holding it back, right? It might be you've tried some Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, referrals, emails, etc., but you just weren't able to find the right amount of effort, being consistent, and making adjustments to see how things improve over time. You may have tried an agency before. It worked a little bit, then it stopped working. Or you've never done this before, and this is your first go. First and foremost, I want to say welcome. Second thing is anytime someone is joining, I always like to say this. Be ready and prepared to put in some work, to put in some effort. Because if at any time you are trying to grow, and I remember talking to one of my trainers about this, he's like, look, life is lived in plateaus. But if you want to get to the next plateau, you're going to have to think about putting in a tremendous amount of effort so that this becomes a new normal. So for example, if you get 1 to 2 clients a month versus 1 to 2 clients a week versus 1 to 2 clients a day, what does it actually take to get to this next level? It requires more leads. It requires more booked appointments. It requires more shows, and it requires more closing. And so if you ever thought about, I'm a closer, that's great. But that's only one step of a 4-step process. And if you're currently at 10 to 20,000, but you want to get to 25, 30, 40, and I have a client right now who does 85,000, and I can kind of see the gap. These are the 4 main steps that they do. They just do it at a greater scale and are way more efficient at doing it. Okay? So, here's the main thing that we're going to be providing you. Number 1 is more leads. Second thing is we need to probably plug in. If you have a calendar system, totally fine. Use that, whatever works. But if you don't have one, we need to plug it in so that when you do book appointments, the system can send confirmation texts, confirmation emails to the prospect over the next few days and make sure that they're going to be showing up. Cool? Third is how do we improve shows in terms of, I booked 10 appointments, but nobody showed up. Okay, you got to think like, it's the leads. You're like, well, if all these other gyms are doing it and getting people to show up, what am I doing that's making people not show up, right? So it has to do with the quality of the conversation. If you call someone and you're like, hey, is this John? Hey, John, this is Brandon from ABC Gym. How are you? Good. Yeah, so the reason I'm calling is I wanted to see if you could come in for a consultation. Burp. No way, this person's not going to show up. You need to do a little discovery. And if you need the script, happy to send that. Discovery is just simply you learning about where this person is, where they want to go, and what's been holding them back. And the gap between where they are and where they want to go is your service. Now, the more you do this, the better you are. And so we have a script, but again, there's only so much words can do. A lot of it has to do with your ability to get the reps in, which means you need to get in touch with these people more. And at the same time, you are literally practicing your listening skills and when you need to ask certain questions. More on that later. Now, if you're saying you're a closer and at the same time your sales system and marketing system isn't allowing you to get enough clients to grow past a certain number, so if you're stuck at 50, if you're stuck at 100, if you're stuck at 150, whatever it is, you simply need more clients than the ones you are replacing. Now, we're not going to be talking about retention. We're only going to be talking about getting more clients. And these are the 4 main steps. You need leads, you need booked appointments, you need shows, you need to close. Now, if you don't have a closing script or a script for practicing objections, this is something we're currently working on a more regular basis because this is something that I've noticed gym owners from about 5 to 15,000 typically need a bit more fine tuning when it comes to this process. If you're at 40 and up, you typically just need more leads, higher quality leads, and we can improve that as well. The other side of this is if you get these 4 first steps right, you'll start to notice you'll go from, like I mentioned before, 1 to 2 a month to 1 to 2 a week to 1 to 2 a day. And the transformation is quite astonishing. Other than that, if you need any support, if you need any help, if you are stuck, I am here to help and support you in your gym growth journey. Now, beyond that, If you do not reach out, if you don't ask for help, if you are not coachable, and I literally just let a gym owner go because he's like, it's the leads. And I'm like, I'm working with someone else in your city. He's closing deals, but you're not. What do you think the issue is? Do you think it's us, or do you think it's you? And this is just like the clients you work with. Some get amazing results and some don't. And is it you, or is it them not implementing the right processes? We all know it's most of the time it's human error. Now, not saying that obviously, if you are getting 100 to 200 leads a month and you're not closing, we need to rework not only your skills, but probably your mindset as well. Other than that, beyond that, be ready and prepared to work your butt off, to grow your gym, to get more clients. Other than that, welcome aboard. Speak soon. Peace.